Hi everybody. So it's what time is it? 4 a.m. I know you're all screaming, "Go to bed!" I'm getting there, okay? I just finished moving in. I got the last of the stuff. Dresser's on the way. Bookcases on the way. All the stuff I need for the apartment is here, and I kind of overwhelmed in a good way. It's been 7 years. 7 years since I have not had this room in small rooms, or boarding rooms, or shared rooms, or just boarding house, or random spare bedroom of friend who is actually a really shitty roommate. It's been 7 years. This apartment came with a microwave. I heard you crying. It's been 6 years since I legitimately had high hopes for the future. It's thanks to you guys. Holy shit. Holy shit. You're making me tear up. And you're making me thank you. Just straight up, thank you. Thank you. I didn't think this day would ever happen. I didn't think this would happen ever again. And then poor desk. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I was driving home tonight at 2 in the morning, thinking to myself, I've got a ton of shit to unload from this truck in the dead of night. And I don't know if it's a good idea. And like, my GPS, by the way, the video up there is Casa de Fiaura. The GPS said, don't get off here. And I'm like, what do you mean don't get off here? This is where I've gotten off the last 3 times. Phrasing! Fiaura. Phrasing, damn it! But anyway, this is where I've gotten off the last 3 times from the interstate that I've driven up here. Well, alright, fine. I'll go to the next exit. That's fine. I look up and the next exit is King of Prussia. The nicest, most expensive neighborhood in Philadelphia. And I think, oh, I've got like 30 minutes to get home. Why am I getting... And then I look up and go, it's 2:25. And this says ETA 2:32. I am 7 minutes from the nicest most expensive neighborhood in Philadelphia. Not that I'm living high on the hog, but this is legitimately a middle class apartment that I'm sharing with Geen, who's probably in the other room right now going, Fiaura, get the fuck to bed. Now. I have work at 8 o'clock. And I'm like, I know, I have to make videos. And I'm gonna go to sleep and then I'm gonna unpack. And I want everyone to know. Just thank you. I am more than happy if this is the result. Like, if this is as far as I get, and I have to live in this apartment for the rest of my life, and I have to do video, I would do it. I would be way too happy to do it. I don't have to do anything more than this, and I would be way too happy. No questions asked. None. This is... This is awesome. Thank you guys. So I do have some letters to read. So from Jeffrey Plum, I saw Sophie's Last America video, comment on it from the heart. I have been long moved by your love together, and this is even more moving. I wish there was more I could do to support you both. I shall just leave my head and heart at your back as I have held so far. You are together still, though miles apart. You will see her again, though it may be a while. Trust your love, trust your heart, and your fool. Well, Jeffrey, you always are my fool. There will be an end of the separation, just like an end to school. Your love has already spanned oceans and sailed dark skies. Remember her laugh, her hair, the glow of love in her eyes. If you remember and cherish them well, time and distance become thin in boring disguise. I am, of course, being foolish, solving a problem with no timely solution. All your fool will say, think of your love, and time has no sway. Dude, why are you not a poet? Why? Why are you not a poet? Got a few more. I'm gonna read them all. I needed to do this a while ago. Some of these are from fucking August. Fucking August. So I'm gonna start back there. You thought it was funny that this doorknob t-shirt, and it's images here, just have it. It's kind of hilarious. Thanks, Janet. I would totally wear that. If you want to buy that for me, I would wear it. I am glad you stay your feet and off air for 48 hours without being in the hospital all the time. I saw enough of that the first year. I do not think the bad PTSD stream. Your later video was clear and typically brutal in its honesty. You were blindsided by PTSD after a long period without an attack. If you swamped your professional skills and produced a raw, crazy video, it was brutal, and your apology was brutal and professional, even done early in recovery from your traumatic event. When you opened up that way, one can almost see your scars and feel your blood on your hands. Your plans for monitoring and providing alert in case of attack are very wise. Of course, the pain which drove them was damn too clear. Lifeboat drills only become a real thing after the Titanic. When was this? August the 8th. Hold on a minute. August the 8th. That was a while ago. I wish I'd like had time to read these in the last few months, but one, I've been busy, and two, I've been putting them off to read for a video. And well, I guess this is the video. Come on, YouTube, load up. I need to see where you are. October, September. We want August. We want August 8th. Like, what was the video? What happened here? August. August the 8th. Fiaura Therapy 11. No. It was before that. It was before that. I deleted the video. I was playing Alien Isolation and I just started panicking. Like raw, unfettered panic. And then I spent 2 days, no videos. Nothing. Thanks, Jeff. From King Bronze, I've been listening to your story since the first videos to deal with what you went through. I hope what I have to say finally to hers helps you in some way. I tend to avoid chatting about stuff because of the puns, and those with closed minds are hard to explain such stuff to, and without my PPD making it. Aww. Second try. Tried to start a new paragraph and accidentally hit send. As I'm going to say, I have a unique because of my past, and while yours was hard, it has also made you the badass that you are due to my PPD, which I'm going to go look that up. What the hell is PPD? PDD. Excuse me. Is it PDD or PDD? Pervasive Developmental Disorder. Oh, I'm sorry. I have a hard time socializing with others, and often feels like I'm drowning in nervousness. Hardwired, but due to my PDD, I am able to say few situations from many viewpoints. One of the things I did first to look back in my life to the point at which one of my most unusual mental evaluations has ever been where I am and where I want to be. While things have been hard, I found that each and every one was needed to occur, from the sad to the scary to the happy. Every moment is that brings us strength if we manage to get through it. You see, I was a bully early on in life. Preferred to pick on girls, then a bully destroyer, someone who made other bullies stop picking on others without physically harming them, and quickly got angry whenever I saw someone being mean to a woman. Yep, each had its challenge. Looking back, I am more prepared for whatever my job in life will be. I'm sorry to hear that your parents did to you, and as a Christian, the best I can offer healing is that when they reach the gates of heaven, they will have to explain why they did that to God's gift to them in front of all creation and then be judged for their actions. Fair enough. I don't want this to be spoken when you read your next fan mail, but it's just... Okay, you don't want this paragraph spoken. I will keep that under wraps. That's fine. And you're also suggesting a couple paints I could use. Thanks. Just saw Sophie's video. Wow, you two of you are unstoppable. I wish you both the very best. My second wife were laying next to each other on a tent on a camping trip. The conversation was about the school her 3 daughters were going to and about the differences in school systems where she lived and where I lived. I said to her, you know, this conversation doesn't make any sense unless we get married. It took her a minute to process what I said. Then she said yes. Our friends making breakfast, I got to see the biggest grins ever when we came out of the tent. The rest of the weekend is blurred, but it has been 26 years of happiness. I wish you to at least twice that, and you have the moment of that video really awesome. This is from the day I proposed to Sophie on August 13th. Not gonna say who this is from. Hey Fiaura, I don't really have any suicidal thoughts on a regular basis, but I do have them frequent ones. But I made a resolution that I am committed to stand by some time back about not making my mother and family sad, for I have known they mourn me. And, well, to be honest to this person, I'd mourn you too. You get annoying sometimes, but I like you well enough. Oh, this is September 8th. I don't really like I don't really know what to say after hearing your horrible news on Monday. I am gasped for words. Okay, what happened on September 8th? God, bad shit happened. Good shit happened and bad shit happened. And, like, my memory sometimes is shitty about dates. Actually, it's really shitty about, let's just be honest. But memory about dates. Short. The reason Fiaura therapy stopped for a while. The reason this series was so hard to get through. And I ended up spending most of September sulking. Short. I've had few people I know commit suicide, and for the life of me at this time I can remember none of them. And I've had very dark thoughts in my past as a way to get rid of the physical pain I was in at the time, but that is in the past. If you need someone... Thank you, Tom. Izane sent me a very long piece of fan mail that he doesn't really want read. But all I can say is thank you for sharing this one with me. I think... yeah, that catches us up on fan mail. I have one more. From Panzerkampfwagen Zavad #1. Right. Just walked through the doors after being away from home. So, watch Fiaura Therapy #23, and then watch Yakking with Fiaura #3. We'll say you are probably a better person than I. I snapped twice in my life for a lot less when I was younger. First time was okay. Had 5 classmates restrain me, so no harm done. Second time, there was a voice in my head that told me there will be too much paperwork. Luckily, the guy was only starting to turn purple in the face, so not too badly injured. Had a couple of bruises where my fingers had dug in, and were closing off his larynx, and a bit of pressure on the cardioids, I guess. A couple of things people learned. Don't piss off the tall bookworm who tries to stay out of your teenage idiotic ways. 2, big hands are useful. I learned you can't get away from anything with credit. You can get away with anything with credibility. I was an A student at the end of the year. The person receiving, well, wow. Corn is glorious. Have to say that for someone who put up to that point was pretty much always constrained by the rules and following. Giving over to the red mist was liberating. Probably why I dished coffee a couple of years back, and why I get my morning rush by the news and going through Lewis Black. Lewis Black is an awesome comedian, and a lot of my shtick I take from him. What happened to my biological mom? You mentioned your stepmom, but I doubt you embraced the dwarf within so much that you sprung from the ground in Alabama. My biological mom just decided to wander off and never come back. I've only ever had one aneurysm. It was very minor, thankfully. It did do some damage, which is why my memory's a bit off. Ow. And it's also why we have to watch blows to the head. The aneurysms are actually from a genetic disorder where it's called AVMs, arterial venal malformations. I have 1, 2, 3 of them on the same vein artery route to the right side of my brain. Basically, they're not operable because the 3 clusters. What happens is, okay, let's say you have 10, each with a pound of pressure. Well, you have to cut a few at a time and let the pressure equalize. So you cut 2. So now there's 8 with 10 pounds of pressure. Then you cut 2 more, and now there's 6 with 10 pounds of pressure. Then you cut 2 more, and now there's 4 with 10 pounds of pressure. Then you cut 1, and now there's 3 with 10 pounds. Then 1 more. Now there's 2 with 10 pounds. And now there's 1 with 10 pounds. And having those 3 clusters redistribute the pressure of my veins, arteries like that, even if we were cutting a few at a time, the risk is too high for me. It's something like a 79, 80% survival rate, and I'm not willing to take a risk on a 1 in 5. 1 in 5, I die, basically. I'm not willing to take that risk. If it was 1 in 20, I'd be like, okay, maybe. But because of the number of them, I can't have, yeah. And that's when we have to watch blows to the head, because I could be seriously injured. But yeah. Another piece was commenting that someone's been plagiarizing my videos. I noticed. I left a comment asking them to please take this down. These are not your videos. What you're doing is not okay with me. They've only been doing it for about a week. And it seems like they're being very selective with what videos they yank. But, yeah, it's not okay. I didn't give you permission. You haven't monetized them, which does legally make them fair use. Like, there's no monetization. So long as there's no monetization, they're not fair use. But I'm asking you nicely, can you please take these down because they're not yours. What else is there? My truck hit 174,000 miles while I was moving. I took a picture. It's right there, over here somewhere. I really don't. It's 4:30 in the morning. Give me a break. I know you're all screaming, go to bed, Fiaura, but I need to make these videos for you guys, so you guys have something today. Don't give me that you guys can wait. No, that's not how that works. I think that's it. Read the fan mail. Talk to you guys. If you want to send me fan mail, you can do so to fiaurathetankgirl@gmail.com. I'm going to go back to reading them once a week. And hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow for the game that triggers my PTSD. Let's see if I can get through it. For both my sake and yours. And I got work to do for Kitsuga and 40k theories. That's gotta get done. It's gotta get done. It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. Alright, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Bye. And for those who don't know, there's not like any special thing at the end of these. These are therapy videos for both you guys and me, so we can open up to each other and have a dialogue, as it were. So, yeah. What do you think of the new place? If you got nothing else, what do you think of the new place? Anyway, good night, guys. Bye.